Ha. Most people make me not believe in love. I wanna marry him. Most people make me wanna give up. I wanna breathe for him. 안녕하세요 여러분. I'm Valentine. What is up everybody? I'm Valentine here. Welcome back to my channel. So guys, today is my first day trying pre-workout. Alma, don't forget to put that in the title because you'll be forgetting the important shit sometimes. You be getting these random ass titles, and niggas like, what the fuck is this bitch on? What is she even? And they don't be clicking on the fucking video because they don't know what you're actually fucking doing. So don't forget that, Alma. But anyways, y'all, good fucking morning. My guy, Nick recommended this. Total War pre-work. Y'all, I think I fucked up. Here's the thing. Yesterday, the voice in my head was like, ooh, I think you should take a rest day tomorrow. Right? Me, I'm questioning this voice now because I'm watching this series by Jerry Flowers, and he's, you know, he's a pastor, and he's talking about like the different voices, right? And I also have read some of like, or listened to some of Outwitting the Devil, and it talked about how like there's two sides of your brain, right? Where it's like there's the good side, the bad side, the God side, the devil side, right? And so they're both in your head, but it's kind of like you have to choose which side are you on? What side are you actually on? So with that being said, I was like, okay, like there's been some points this week where like there was one day where, first I'll say this, I've been working out twice a day, every day this whole week. It started with me going from doing a workout in the morning and then going to yoga that evening, me being like, damn, I really worked out twice today, and being like, bro, I think I can do this whole week. So on Tuesday I committed to doing it for the rest of the week, even when it was scary, because somebody was like shooting something outside. My roommate said that they tried to shoot her, which, yo, I don't know how valid that is, like, but I mean, I know I heard something for sure, but we're not getting into that, okay? I committed despite the fear of like possibly being hurt or, you know, whatever. I still went because it's been dark as fuck late because it's fucking winter. Anyways, y'all, I committed, I did it. Yesterday, committed, I did it. Yesterday was the last day of that, okay? Because it was Friday. And I was like, bro, I'm not trying to be out here fucking scared every evening. So I think next week we're gonna do home workouts, right? Obviously, if you do all that shit, it's exhausting. But there was one day, Thursday, where I was done with my workout. I immediately went to Family Dollar and I bought an ice cream sandwich. And the voice in my head told me to do it, but it's like after I ate it, I was like, which voice is this? Because like for the goals that I have, I don't think that I need to continue encouraging all this balance. Like, and also I had pizza last night, which I'm not upset about that one. That one, I'm okay with that. But the ice cream bar specifically was like, it wasn't even like I felt like I was craving it so bad. It was just like, the voice in my head was like, just get it. And it's just like, which voice are you, bro? I'm not having it. So that being said, when I heard that voice yesterday be like, oh, you should take a rest day tomorrow, I was like, which voice is this? So this, and also my pre-workout got here last night. And I had already had caffeine and all that shit. I already did my workouts for the night, and they didn't need it. I had just had a matcha when I opened the box for it. So I was like, I'm not gonna try that today. But I did try my BCAA powder that my guy recommended for recovery. My one thing is with these is that they have like sucralose in it, and I'm not a fan of that. Growing up, I was Muslim. So there's certain stuff that you learn in the mosque about like ingredients that you just know you're not supposed to fuck with that shit for real. So I don't really fuck with any type of stevia. Nah, I don't fuck with that. So I'll probably finish these up. Hopefully won't get addicted. And then probably find something different. But of course, my guy recommended I wanted to try it out. I also have creatine powder, which I'm very afraid of trying. Ugh, even as I think about it, I want to throw up. Now, the reason I want to throw up, I ate a whole pizza last night. It was a small pizza, but it was still a whole pizza, right? The one from Marco's. So I think that's a 12-inch pizza. Ate it and immediately fell the fuck asleep. So, of course, my digestion of that is fucked up right now, right? Because my body was still in digest mode, but then we were like, nope, we're shutting off. So, like, whatever. I woke up at like 4 something as well. So I had, what time did I fall asleep? I might have fell asleep around 9. So I didn't get too bad of sleep, I wouldn't say. But anyway, so woke up and my stomach's already like, ugh, my digestion is weird. And then instead of drinking the fucking half-gallon of water that I didn't finish yesterday, I poured some of that shit into my cup and shook it up with this pre-workout. And now this pre-workout is like, yeah. And it's like fucking pins and needles inside my fucking body. I feel like I'm chatting. I want it to be about that action, but I'm chatting. But y'all, the pins and they told me, like, Nick told me that it would be like a tingly sensation, and that for him, like, the sensory issue of it is just like, it fucks him up a little bit, but he says it's worth it. And I was watching this like review of it just now because I'm like, I'm curious what other people say about it. I don't know if I did this right. Like, I literally didn't read the directions until after I was watching a review where the guy was looking on the bottle at the directions. I looked at it and it said to start with a half a scoop. And then I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, like, I'm on my bed, right? So I'm looking at my phone, then I look in the mirror and I go, oops, because I did a full scoop. I did a full scoop. And then as soon as I started moving and standing up, I started feeling like the pins and needles, not only in my back, but also on my butt. And it's everywhere. It's everywhere. And my stomach is still like, ah. My stomach's like, ah, ah. That's why I almost, earlier, just now. Probably need to just go to the gym, but like my stomach is like, it's like my stomach's like, I don't know. I don't know. Also, while I was using the restroom, you know, you're scrolling on YouTube shorts, whatever. And I was gonna, you know, sit there for a second until I felt like my stomach was good. But I saw this thing, I scrolled. I saw this white dude say the N-word. And then it was like, the murder capital of the world. And it showed dudes fighting. I was like, bro, I immediately switched up. I was like, all right, internet. Damn. Can a bitch be positive or what? I was like, all right, enough of that. Enough of that. We're not fucking with that today. I'm not about to get myself pissed off about the state of my fucking people because niggas always want to incite violence in our community and they never want to get us right. I was like, I'm not about to be over here pissed about that. And it's not even niggas that's doing it. It's really the fucking government. But we're not. But I was like, you know what? We're not gonna get into that today. Because today, we're gonna make a personal change, right? I'm about to go learn how to get my house, right? I invited one of my coworkers to go learn about how to buy a house, right? Because I'm going, and I'm like, bro, I want to see my people lit. I want to see my people rich as fuck. I want to see us benefiting from the same things that, you know, people like us, maybe 60 years ago, were not allowed to benefit from. They purposely kept us out of the housing market. And that's why it's like, you know, a lot of people today will say shit like, oh, black people don't own anything. Black people need to do this. Black people need to do that. Bro, we're still fighting racism. It's 2023. I can't believe I've almost been talking for 10 minutes. It's 2023. We're still fighting racism. And they literally kept niggas out of the housing market, bro. I remember I watched this documentary and was like, oh shit. They literally made it easy for white soldiers and white military families to come home and get these houses. And then the white middle class was like created. And there was like a line between white neighborhoods and how it brought the housing market value down when they had black people in the neighborhood. So white people were almost incentivized to be racist and keep black people out of their neighborhoods because it brought the value of their houses down, which is fucking with their wealth. And of course, it is fucking with your wealth. It's fucking with the welfare of your own family. So it's like they were incentivized to be racist. So it's like, damn, it's almost like bro, can you blame them for fucking hating? You know what I mean? It's like, if it's like you're literally being incentivized to be racist, to keep black people from being around you, take away the humanity of it. If you're looking at numbers, they were literally incentivized. It doesn't make any fucking sense. It's crazy as fuck. It's crazy as fuck. But y'all, it's 2023, but at this fucking point, niggas gonna get right. You cannot stop us from getting right. So for me, I'm like, cool, I'm gonna learn this. I invite my coworker. She's like, no, I think a lot of people don't recognize that there is a way. There is a way to change things. There is a way to have things to improve and things of that sort. And so I was saying like, oh yeah, like for me, I know I'm gonna have real estate. You know what I'm saying? Like I know that's one of the ways. Now I didn't know that for a long time. I thought that I would have to be like a famous artist before I could have anything. But I'm learning that there's a way, and I'm gonna figure out this shit. I'm gonna figure this shit out, right? So there was one point where I invited her again, right? Because I'm like, bro, I really don't want to be one of those people where they see me in 5 years and they're like, Alma, why didn't you tell us of da-da-da? And I'm like, bro, I invited you. I wanted you here, bro. I wanted you to be with me as we're both being fucking rich. Like, I'm not that person that's like, I'm not gatekeeping, bro. I am not a gatekeeper, bro. But it's kind of like, I can't force anybody to care as much as I care. And I care, I care a lot. Please ignore all of my shit. But I care a lot, right? I can't force you to want something for yourself as much as I want it for you. So I'm going to this housing thing today. I'm gonna figure out how to buy a house. There might be like a program for me. I was talking to someone yesterday. There's always keys. I swear, God just puts keys in place. And I had a conversation with someone the other day that was saying that for black women, there's a lot of programs right now of how to, get houses and have, what did he say? Supported grants or supported loans and something like that. And so I was like, man, like, he was saying, like, get your Google on. I was like, yeah, I do need to do that. And I just know there's a lot of blessings out here. And I know that there's a way, especially when there's a will. And there's going to come a point in time where I'm at the point where I can really give back to my community and teach them the same way that people are coming back and teaching me. Because I'm recognizing that I am blessed to have people, black people in my life that are actually coming and telling me because I want to learn. They see that I want to learn and they want to pour in. You know what I'm saying? But like having the open mind and being willing to listen. You know what I'm saying? Like being willing to listen is something that's gonna put me in a different category in the next 10 years than a lot of my friends are in. And one of the things that I was really struggling with yesterday was I feel judged whenever people ask me if I'm in school, right? So someone yesterday, I was getting off of like this bus and the guy was asking me like, oh, are you about to do your finals? And I like quickly walked away. It was like, no. He was like, when are you doing your finals? And I was like, oh, I'm not doing them. And I like kind of ran away, right? I hate when people judge me for not being in school. I hate it so much. But it's kind of just like, it's unfortunate, but a lot of people that are in school right now are gonna have to suffer the feeling of ending up in jobs like the one that I'm already in. Like, I'm a barista. They might be in some jobs, like they might be bartenders, they might be doing like, some sort of customer service related thing that still makes a decent bit of money and still having to pay back those loans. Whereas for me, yes, I'm in a customer service job right now, but I'm praying, I'm looking, I'm seeking, I'm trying to figure out how do I become wealthy, like how do I invest, how do I do it? I'm trying to figure this stuff out now. So our trajectory in 10 years might look a little bit different. Or, of course, if they get a certain degree, they might be able to be blessed enough to get into a really nice job and hopefully start paying back some loans. But, when they start taking out other home loans and things, like the piles of debt, it's kind of like the way that I'm reading about it in the cash flow quadrant is that someone described it the other day as drinking the Kool-Aid. So they're kind of like digging a hole that they're going to have to spend their lifetime digging out of. And from the outside, it might look like, oh, they have a really nice house, they have a really nice car, they have a lot of nice stuff. But it's kind of like they're locked in, though. They're locked in, and there's not much room for movement. Whereas me, I don't really have a lot of debt. I have, a $300 credit card right now. But it's like, I don't have, $30,000 in student loan debt. I don't have that. And for me, that's a blessing, you know what I mean? It's a gift. But it's like, the judgment right now is kind of what sucks. But it's like I said, I'm probably going to be in a very different space when it comes to the next 10 years. Whereas they're probably going to be looking on their journey of like, shit, how the fuck do I actually have like freedom? You know what I mean? Whereas me, if God allows, because you never know. But if God allows me, then I will be at a point where I'm very much so financially free and able to actually help these friends, help these people. Because I'm not trying to be rich to shit on people. Like, that's not the type of rich that I want to be. I'm not rich to shit on you. I'm rich so that I can create opportunity. I'm rich so that I can create better things in the world. Because there's things that I do want to see in the world, right? So it's like, sometimes when I say I want to be a billionaire, people are like, why the fuck would you do that? You want to step on people? And I'm like, I don't know why like people think of it like that, but it's kind of like, you know, when you're making a lot of money, you're also creating a lot of value. Like, think about Apple. Think about how much value. I'm using an iPhone and I can edit my videos. This has created so much opportunity for me. This iPhone, Apple is worth it. Apple is worth it, and it's worth being like Steve Jobs. Like, they're worth being billionaires for that, because they created so much value. Look at how much opportunity I can have on my phone. I have reminders on my phone so I don't forget shit. Alarms. Radio, I have fucking access to the internet all on my phone. I can go anywhere and I have access to the internet all on my phone. Like, this didn't exist. This did not exist like 40 years ago. That's crazy. That is an insane amount of value. And it's like, I 100% believe that if I'm creating that much value, then yeah, absolutely I should be a billionaire. But that doesn't mean that just because I'm a billionaire, it's just like I'm shitting on you. It means, bro, I'm creating lots of value in the world. So, yeah, hopefully I'll be able to help you. I'm chatting. I need to go to the gym. I'm chatting so much. Jeez. So, y'all, it's about an hour. It's about an hour after I was chatting to y'all. Y'all see how the hoodie on? I still haven't gone to the gym. I've been in the bathroom, literally. And, y'all, I'm a little worried. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little worried. I think Nick did say something about something will make you have to go to the restroom. But like, I wasn't really worried about it because sometimes my stomach's like a little, it has a hard time anyways digesting things properly. So I was like, it should be fine, like it should be good. But I told y'all I ate pizza last night and the weird digestive state I was in already. And also I told y'all the voice told me not to go to the gym today. So, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Trying to determine my intuition versus, you know, just me being whatever. Maybe the voice was trying to say something. I'm not using a knife. But, I'm in the bathroom for the past hour. And, I'm hurting a little bit. My one thing is, as I was feeling like this, I was like, oh shit, I think I'm gonna have to throw up. And I was like, you know what? My one thing is, I am not missing that housing thing today. I refuse. I refuse to do that. I was like, I'm gonna need to eat something. I'm eating bread. I think it's like all the caffeine on like the empty stomach, as in like for the day I just woke up empty. Well, of course I still had that stuff from last night, but hopefully this helps. It's okay, baby. Come here. Come here. Come here. Baby. Are you cold? Hey y'all, so it's just me in here now. So I'm gonna chat for a bit. I'm a little insecure if y'all see me like this, but I'm just gonna chat, right? Don't judge me. Alma, don't judge yourself as you're watching this back. But I was thinking just now, over talking about like what I want from life and things like that. And I was listening to a Shits and Gigs podcast this morning where they were like on the basement yard, and they were saying like, oh yeah, I don't read that much, like, you know. And I really look up to Shoots and Gigs with like their success with podcasts, because I love their podcast. And just hearing them say they don't read, I'm like, wow, that's so interesting, because they've achieved massive success, right? And I'm like, I wonder how they're so blessed to have like learned these keys and stuff. And I know that James likes podcasts himself, and they're both very smart. And I was thinking about how like being smart is different from being rich. But I mean, I know they are rich, but I'm thinking about this quote I saw, I think it was earlier this week, that said the difference between poor people and rich people is how they spend their free time. And one of the things with Shits and Gigs is that they put in a lot of effort and a lot of consistency, dedication. They put money into what they do. They pay attention. I just remember this one time where like who had mentioned something about KPIs. And when I Googled that, because I was like, I don't know what that is, but it's like a key performance indicator. So I'm like, you know, they're funny on the front end, but on the back end, these are some really smart guys, and they're really paying attention. And so they've achieved massive success, but it's like they've sold into that, you know what I mean? And I really respect that. And so anyways, I was thinking about like how I spend my time. So I'm thinking about like, I have this book that's in the mail, looking at these beautiful clouds, and I'm just thinking about how like, God, I'm just super grateful, because like I didn't bring my headphones, so I'm not listening to something right now. I was just thinking like, God, I'm super grateful for the opportunity. And I was thinking about how like, you know, if I'm 22 and I'm actively looking at this stuff, seeking it out, I'm like, why am I always stressed about if I'm gonna make it? Like, I'm gonna make a lot happen by the time I'm in my 30s, so as long as I just keep going, you know? So I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about how I'm reading and how I have all this opportunity, and I'm feeling grateful, man. I'm feeling grateful. It's like, if all this information is available to me, it's a blessing. I just have to like take advantage of it and figure out how to stay focused. Like, I was thinking about how, you know, I'm working, and how even yesterday I had a blip where I was like, bro, this is not fair. I'm working so hard, I'm gonna get paid enough for this, because it was just me at one point, and I had like a trainee I was helping at the same time, and you know, people were gone. It's about to be like a big winter break thing, so you know, I was thinking about, well, hold on, let me change my thoughts, right? Because I was like, I'm not trying to get into the fed up state that I was in earlier this year again. And I was like, you know, I'm working on controlling my emotions and my reactions to things, and even my thought processes. So I was thinking, I was like, well, one, my team does want to help me. Two, I have a really good team that I'm grateful for. And three, nobody did this on purpose, you know? And then four, you know, I'm not a victim of the circumstance. I'm choosing to be here. Five, it's like, you know, every job, there's gonna be some BS. And then as I'm right here in this moment, kind of reflecting on that, I was thinking about how like, yeah, it might be kind of like an ass year, but the next 15 years of my life are probably gonna be absolutely amazing, right? Because of what I'm learning and what I'm, you know, paying attention to, what I'm doing, the fact that I'm getting active, that I am active now, and changing my lifestyle really. And with that, I was thinking even earlier this morning about how like I had to learn the lesson of, you know, I saw this TikTok that was saying, this girl, she was like, I don't want to work. I don't want to work. And I was thinking like, yeah, I've been there. And last summer, I tried it. I tried to not work. I had a friend who I was like leaning on way too fucking much, which I didn't know. You know what I mean? Like, hindsight's 2020. Hindsight's 2020. Also, there's a piece of bread in my teeth. Ignore that. I gotta brush my teeth when I get home. Ignore it for now. But a friend who I was leaning on way too much, like emotionally, and even just like to go out, to go places. Like, there was this one weekend where like I spent all of it at her house. I didn't spend like a dime on any of my own food, and it was just like, in coffee, everything. And it was just like, girl, like, I'm not her daughter. She doesn't owe me shit. You know what I mean? And it's like, that friend really took care of me, but it's kind of like she didn't have to do that. And so like, yes, I'm super grateful, but like, also I was being immature, and I didn't realize that in the moment. And I needed the things that happened to happen so that I could reflect on myself and be like, bro, I have to make some changes. So I'm grateful now that I had to learn the discipline of like, no, you want your own house, you want to be out on your own, you have to work. You need to have a job. Like, you need to be doing something. You have to be having some sort of income. Yeah, I know you want to be a full-time content creator. I know you want to be a full-time music artist. You can also do that too. But if you want to be out on your own while you're trying to build that, you have to work. And then while I'm working, it can't just be like, oh, I'm doing this and I'm taking care of bills and that's it. You want to be a full-time content creator? You want to be a full-time music artist? You have to work on that too. And it's like, bro, it's kind of like, it's never gonna be fair. It's never gonna be fair that I have to put in more work than other people. But once they see me and I'm rich as fuck, they're gonna be like, oh, it's not fair. Because it's not fair. It's never gonna be fair. And I was thinking about how, like, with work, you're never gonna get paid your worth at a job. I was thinking about how, like, I do so much more than I get paid for, right? Or that I feel that I should get paid for what I do. But I was like, well, like, it's a job. The job is always going to demand from you more than you feel like you're worth, because we're human beings. We're priceless. We can't put a price on a human being, especially the genius of people. And I was thinking about one of my friends who, they have like this internship thing. And I was thinking about, there was one point where she was telling me, like, you know, she's afraid that people would judge her for her accent. And I'm like, you're so smart. I would want to have people in my company speak up and hear what they have to say. And I was thinking about how amazing it is that you can literally hire people to give you their ideas. I think that's so, like, it's so crazy. It's like, you are so smart and yet you're choosing to work for me. Like, that's amazing. I think it's amazing. I know it might sound kind of wild, and in like 20 years people might find this clip and be like, I was such an asshole. She wanted to use people for their ideas. Like, they might say that, but like, I'm just saying, like, people are literally signing up and vying to give their genius to other people, and they're selling it. They're selling their own genius. I think that's so interesting. Like, it's just so interesting. Like, there's a lot of people, I'm reading the cash flow quadrant, and it talks about like the 4 categories, and I think about how many people are S's, type S, which is like self-employed. And I think that there's like a major market shift towards that. So it makes me think about how genius things like Square is. They must have just seen it. They must have known that that was gonna happen. That they were gonna, you know, we were gonna have a market shift towards people wanting to be self-employed. But it's genius because a corporation is still gonna win. Because that doesn't, just because you're self-employed and most people wanna be self-employed now, doesn't mean that you're gonna stop spending money. It just means you're gonna spend your money differently. So like services like Fiverr, fucking genius. Like, if I would have, you know, if I would have known when I was fucking 7 that I needed to be investing, you know what I mean? I keep seeing memes like that, but it's true. It's like, if I would have known if I was like 7 years old to put my 50 bucks in something like Fiverr, Square, something, whatever, it's like, I'll be good, you know? And so I'm thinking now about how, like, the way that these markets are probably about to shift in the next 10, 15 years, and like, a lot of the people that I see in school right now, they're probably gonna be fed up with their jobs in the next 10, 15 years. So they're gonna be seeking something. What service can I provide to them when they're seeking? That way it's like, the demand's there and I've already got that what they're looking for high. So yeah, that's what my head is at right now. Like, how can I figure that out and just immediately be like basically ahead of the game? Because we kind of can already follow where things are headed now. That's what my mind's at. All my shit's in the back. I tried to get a cute little B-roll clip on me, but I hit, and it was all I hit in the back. And I'm like, oh my god, horrible. I'm here. I'm a little stressed right now, I'm not gonna lie. My Uber driver, like, he was cool at first, but then he started saying that I'm gonna meet him again in heaven, and I was like, bro, you are officially freaking me out. He kept calling me baby. I was just like, bro, like, mixed messages, because we were talking about God, which I love God, but like, yo, that shit just stressed me out, I'm not gonna lie. All right, let's get into this building. I think this is it. Figured out last night that it was at a church. I'm assuming it's in here because that's where everyone's walking, so let's just go. I might not film, just out of respect, but yeah, wish me luck.
they will ask me. And we say 2 by 2 by 2. So just remember that. Easy way to remember that. Don't start looking for a house.
I'm back. I had to go. I had to go early because it ended at 12. And they were still going, but I was like, yo, I gotta go. Sorry, but okay. I am sleepy. I'm very sleepy because I low-key woke up at 4 a.m. and then like half stayed up. I guess I did stay up till 5. I was like, oh, I didn't scroll. And then I kept scrolling. Got up at 5. Decided to try that pre-workout. And go to the gym. I've already had passionate conversations with y'all. And anyways, I don't know if it's the muffin. It's just like the carbs hitting me needing to sleep, or it's because of 4 a.m. But I didn't get to show y'all my outfit, I don't think, but I looked kind of cute. I realized when I came home. I'm also drinking orange juice because like my stomach's kind of fucked up. I don't know if it's because of the coffee and how much cream I put. But also I didn't see Mr. Sean Biz there. I thought he was gonna be there, but I guess not. I think I want some chica feed. I don't know what would be best for my stomach. Like, I don't know if I just need some raw vegetables. I thought about ordering Indian food. There's this thing called tarka vegetables, which I googled it. Apparently it's like spices cooked in high fat oil or something. But like, assuming of course that they would be throwing the veggies in that, because the picture is a bunch of vegetables that look fire. So excuse me, I thought about getting that. I don't know if I just need to sleep this off. I'm 100% crashing, I know that. I'm definitely crashing right now. I don't know, but I want some chica feed. I think I'm gonna get some chica feed. I can't lie, you're the love of my life.